Hello everyone, happy Friday. Today is May 20th, and I thought this would be a good time to give you a real estate market update. So, May 20th, we're at the end of the spring season, and we are experiencing a shift in the real estate market right now. And some people are concerned about this, but really, it's nothing to be concerned about because the amount of appreciation and frenzy that has gone on, not just over the past 2 years, but this spring, is impossible to maintain that kind of momentum. So we typically, in Scottsdale, slow down in the summer anyway. This is our slow season. So people start to go on vacation, their kids are out of school, and they just want to escape the heat. We also have a lot of people that live here only part of the year, and they get out of here over the summer. So it's normal for the summer market to slow down. And this happened last year, even when we had lower interest rates. So let's talk about interest rates though, how that's affected the market. So we have never seen a jump this high in interest rates. They were under 3% and now they're in the mid fives. That is a huge jump in a very, very short period of time. At the end of last year, what everyone was predicting is that interest rates were gonna go up, probably slowly, and maybe they'd hit 4 by the end of the year. Well, here we are, it's May, and they're at around 5.5%. So what does that really mean? It doesn't mean people aren't going to buy houses anymore. It just means that buyers who are getting financing need to adjust their thought process in terms of what price point they're going to purchase in. So to give you an example of how the interest rates absolutely affect a buyer, say someone's getting a $500,000 loan. Their principal and interest is going to be $2,108, so $2,108 a month. Now let's bump that interest rate up to 5.5, and you're at $2,839 a month. So that's a $731 difference in payment. That's significant. So a lot of buyers are having to sit back, regroup, and decide, okay, we were going to buy an $800,000 house, but now maybe we'll buy a $700,000 house, and you have to adjust your priority of what's really important to you. Do you need that extra square footage? Do you have to have a 3-car garage? So that takes a little time for adjusting, but we have a ton of cash buyers too. If you look at the percentage of cash buyers, there are a lot of people purchasing properties with cash, and interest rates don't make a difference for them. And the thing also to consider about interest rates is that they don't, just because they're at 5.5% today, doesn't mean that they're going to stay at 5.5%. They could drop. So it still makes sense to buy a home now because you're owning. Property values are not expected to decrease, just the appreciation rate is supposed to slow down. So if you're a buyer, buying this summer is the best time for you to buy because you have less competition. You don't have the snowbirds here looking. A lot of people just don't want to deal with moving over the summer because it's so hot, or the time pressure of figuring out where you're gonna live before school starts. People usually stop looking if they haven't found anything by June. So if you're a buyer, this is a good time for you to buy. And okay, so you lock in an interest rate at 5% or 5.5%. Historically, that's still a very good interest rate, and there is the possibility of rates going down later where you can refinance. The key is that you can afford the house that you're buying. And the good news is we're not heading toward a crash. This is nothing like 2008. People actually are qualifying for their loans. They're putting money down, and people have equity in their homes. So we don't see foreclosures looming in the future. Anyway, if you have any more questions about the real estate market, or if you've been tossing around the idea of selling, or maybe you were looking at buying before but got burnt out because you made offers and didn't get anything accepted, now's the time to think about jumping back into the market, and I would be happy to help you. I'm Christine Espinoza with Remax Fine Properties. Call me anytime.